Today we're going to discuss some issues concerning our women in our urban communities. Okay, hi, I'm Amina Mohammed. I'm the CEO of Our Friendship Matters. We want to talk about some of the concerns that faces us. What are some of your concerns that you have in our communities that bothers you?
Not having anything to do.
Okay.
It's boring.
Activity-wise?
Small town, yes.
Okay.
I believe that one of the concerns that I have is the fact that there are a lot of single moms.
Okay.
A lot of single moms, and it seems like, in the community that we're raised in, men are just, they delete themselves out their lives when females get pregnant. I'm not going to say all men, but they do. And so that is a problem because these young women have nothing to do. They have nothing to resort to. They have no support except for themselves when it comes to raising their child. And I think it takes two. It actually takes a village to raise a child. So that's a concern of mine, absentee as far as in parents. It is not just the men, it's the women too.
Tierra, what are some of your concerns that you have?
For the community?
Yes, in our urban cities.
Jobs. I can say jobs. We need more jobs for people.
Okay.
It could be useful for both women and men.
Okay.
Violence, because without jobs and everything, they resort to violence against each other.
And I also have some concerns about our, drugs, the use of alcohol. It just seems like this is what people are resorting to as far as in, not being able to get jobs. They're resorting in robbing people, stealing, killing, and it's horrible. And this is just our world that we live in today. So I have a problem with that, a major problem.
Okay.
And it starts at home. It starts at home
Absolutely.
with your mom and your dad.
It does.
And that's when you go out and you get the drugs.
That's right. And it starts with your community.
Exactly.
Starts with your neighbors.
This is our topic we're going to be talking about today. We have 4 different women from 4 different cities, and we're going to discuss the problems that face us. Kiki, what city are you originally from? Yes. Kingston.
Newark, New Jersey.
But these are the problems everywhere. So that's what we're going to discuss today.
Okay.
And what are some of the major problems that we have in our communities that needs to be fixed like now?
Like Kiki said, violence. That's the number
Okay.
one. Because as soon as you turn on the news, there's always something you hear about someone shooting someone or stabbing someone or robbing someone. If there were more jobs, like I said before, there would be no need for violence because they have something to do.
Okay. That's a good point. And what are some of the challenges that women face in our communities?
Well, some of the challenges is actually being subjected to a lot of the attitudes, from the males, even walking down the street, even, going to a bus stop, riding in your car. It's just not, it's a level of respect. And so it seems like in the community that the respect has gone. It's not there anymore, and it needs to come back. We need role models. We need, neighbors caring about one another. We need all of that, and we need support. Is what it basically boils down to.
And that all comes from us. Because we're the teachers, so we have to be better women.
I feel like
All of that will fall behind.
women, my age group, when you walk outside, the stares you get from some females, they just don't like you from just nothing. They could just look at you and be like, oh, I don't like her. There's no reason for you. You don't even know the person.
Where does that stimulate from? What do you think that stimulates
I
from?
think that stimulates from anger. Something's not going right in their home. They feel jealous.
I feel like it's from the men too. Because a lot of
Okay, you know what?
That can get
I think a lot of it also is some lack of activities. When we don't have activities going on, people have nothing else better to do but mind people's business.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So they're minding someone else's business, so
Absolutely.
it all stimulates from that as well.
Absolutely. And on top of that, if the parents don't have it together and they grow up in a home to where they see their parents fighting, they see the mom, being jealous of somebody or having beef and drama, then that's going to be in their lives. They're going to have it. It's just going to be what they put out. And so it just needs to change today.
What is one thing you think that will make us, the urban community, better? One thing.
Like he said, recreation is one
Recreation. Do you agree with that, Kiki?
unity as well.
Rashida?
Absolutely.
Anaya?
Yes, I feel like we should have more I feel like we should have more activities for women to do together
Yes.
as one.
How can men help women improve community life? How can the men help us be better women?
So I think that
Yeah.
they should give us more space.
By respecting
That
us
can be,
more.
okay, respecting you more.
Yeah, because once you get respect, you will give respect back.
Rashida?
I think by men being independent, for number one. Also, like she said, respect. Respect is major. And I don't want to go off topic, but I think that, you know, the music that we listen to, the TV that we look at, all of the reality shows, we're just conditioned, we're trained, you know, not to respect each other. So if we get back to that, we'll get back to the basics of it and start giving back to the females. Stop looking at us like we're so weak. You know, encourage us, support us.
Yes.
Take care of your children. Women,
Yes.
take care of your children.
Yes, exactly.
I think they can play like a more part in their children's life, which would make it easier on the women as well.
Yes.
Because then they can do other things such as jobs, and like they can be empowered to do other things other than just be at home with their children.
Yes. I find that when both roles play together and work together, it is more helpful. Instead of you just doing everything by yourself as a woman, you know?
Absolutely.
Play the role. We have to play our roles. Not each other roles, but our roles. Let us be women, let the men be men. And then we can be able to take it from there.
And I want to say that men, please stop tearing us down. And sisters, please stop tearing yourselves down in front of these men who just does nothing but turn it around and disrespect you. So we got to start uplifting ourselves. Stop the B word. It needs to go bye-bye. It has to go. So once we use that word, and it's okay for our friends to use that word, and then when a man calls us that, it's so, you know, we get upset about it. So we need to stop tearing ourselves down so men won't tear us down. So they need to see that. Men need to see us being better women.
Can you explain to me what the person that you are wearing today, the person whose face you have in your shirt, what does she mean to you?
She means everything to me. She is a great mother. She's a great wife, like I said. And she's been my friend since high school. We both have daughters together. So
That's wonderful. Anaya, can you explain to the young lady on your shirt?
Well, I'm celebrating Tiara by wearing Tiara's face. I'm celebrating her life instead of wearing it just because she died.
Wow.
I'm wearing it to show that I love her today, not just because she's gone. Like she said, we went to high school together. We had our daughters around the same time, so hopefully they get to grow up together and be there for each other the way me and Tiara are there for each other also.
Kiki.
You on my shirt. You show that you have like a position of power, and you're like a CEO of a company, and you uplift the other women in your community, and also you're a great mother and a family person. So you show like a good level of.
Okay. Well, I'm going to represent who I have on my shirt. This young lady over there, whose name is Kiki. Okay, I'm celebrating your life today because I watch how you are as a big sister. I watch how you are as a mother. I watch you help your mother since your mother's single, and I've watched you help raise your brothers and sisters. I've watched you take care of your son, and you do a wonderful job taking care of your son. And you treat your siblings more like a, I wouldn't say parent, but you're there for your mother, and I respect that a lot. Being that I see you grew up in a single household family also, yes. And you're doing a wonderful job.
But actually, all of my friendships matters. All of them. So I don't have to really have anybody on there. And when I get to that point, I want to put all my friends on here. I want to put my mama, my grandmother. I want to put myself on here because my friendship matters to me. You know, self-love.
Yep.
And I want to smell my flowers while I'm still blooming. I want to smell everybody's flowers while they're still blooming.
Yes.
Her friendship matters.
How can a grocery store in our communities, when money goes in and goes out, help the community? How can that benefit us?
Stuff for the children, like Boys and Girls Clubs, stuff for them to do so they're not resorting to violence and drugs or anything that's bad in the community.
How can you think about us expanding globally help reality TV shows? Because you see what they're putting on the TV shows with the women. Everything is fighting, everything is competitive. There's no unity, there's no love.
Well, I feel like with the reality shows that we watch, it affects us subconsciously. We don't realize that it's affecting us, but everything's going to the back of your head. So you see these women cursing each other out, calling them the B word. You're going to go out and you're going to curse your friends out also, because these are the women that you look up to on TV. you look up to these women, so you want to be like them. So subconsciously, you're picking up their bad habits, not just their good habits.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Rashida?
And I also feel that if these women, I don't even know if these women that's on these reality shows even watch their own reality shows, because it's sad. And I think that if they really looked at the reality of the reality show, they would stop it. I know it's for ratings and things like that, and that's what, we're trained with. We're trained, to go by the rating standards opposed to just the self-love. So we need to be uplifting. We need to stop with that B word, because that's, one of the things that gets us in trouble. And I think that if we took a look back at what we do to ourselves, how we tear ourselves down, then that would change.
Like she said,
Reality check.
Yep. Self-love is very important, because we look at on TV, they want us to look a certain way. They want us to be skinny. They want us to wear the weave. They want us to wear all this makeup, and we go and we follow them and do the same thing, and we're just covering up our natural beauty.
Yes. Yes.
And
And as
then
far
you're
as
not unique in that. You're not unique if
That's
you're
right.
wearing makeup just like everybody
right.
else, wearing weave just like everybody
That's
else.
right.
You're not unique anymore. You're just like everybody else.
That's right.
Okay.
And as far as in the grocery stores, giving back to the communities, I think that is awesome, because there are a lot of single moms out here that's struggling. There's a lot of single dads too that's struggling. So if that money is going back into the community, first of all, it's going to be cost effective. It's not going to cost as much as it would, living in a community where you have all these other grocery stores that's not giving back to the community. So I think that's one way. And I think also, like they said before, recreation. We need that. We need resources. We need it. So I think that'll help.
So you're really thinking if Friendship Matters expands globally, what would be the effect? What kind of effect do you see happening?
A positive effect, definitely.
Yes.
It would be, like she said, it would be more for us to do instead of sit at home or go out, do drugs, smoke weed. Weed is a big problem now, especially for the African American guys in this community where I live. I know that's a problem. There's nothing to do, so they just smoke. They smoke their problems away. They drink their problems away because they don't want to deal with it, or they don't have the support system there for them to talk to them and to help them through their problems.
Amongst women.
I really believe that women's support groups really help. I was in a support group in Cali called Power and Purity, and we came together once a week, and we spoke about the problems that we would go through in general in life, or the problem that we was having during the week. We could come back and talk to somebody instead of just acting on those problems. We have our support group. We can always go back and they can help us through it. So I feel like having a support group will help a lot. We'll have somebody to talk to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I feel that having a positive attitude, starting with me, what I'm saying? Not even with her or anybody else, but just start with yourself first. Give that energy out there to the universe. Let them see that, and it'll change.
Like Anaya said, the support groups, I feel as though if we do get our women together and whatever, if we're going through something, you're not going to be the only one going through that. There's other women there you can relate to. You're not going to be by yourself.
Okay, what about, the next question I have for you guys, you young ladies. When we have our nonprofit grocery stores, what kind of people you would like to see running them?
Positive people who really care about the community.
Okay, who's in it for the job, for the money, or just for...
Someone who
The
genuinely wants to help the people. Like
you agree
you
with that,
and
Sarah?
Kareem.
Yeah, I agree with what Anaya said. Somebody that's not only, they want to see the community better for themselves. Not only for other people, but for themselves as well.
But I want to go back to that positive attitude that we must have.
Yes.
Nothing really humbles me more than going into even a McDonald's, any type of restaurant, and customer service being just excellent.
Yes.
Because you go to a lot of places and people are not happy with them. Just be happy. If you're there, be happy. So I think that if we see that, if we go to a store and everybody is nice and friendly, that's going to be so much better for the community.
Yes.
Yep.
I agree with Rashida.
Energy plays a big role.
It really does. It really does. So you really think this nonprofit grocery store really will benefit the urban communities?
I feel like it would.
Yes, because you see how things is costly.
Yep.
And as it was stated earlier, a lot of us single parents can't afford half these prices.
right. That's right.
Of food 90% of the time that's not even good. It's coming from a third-hand store, and it's bad in 3 days.
Totally.
You agree too? Would you young ladies work in a nonprofit grocery store?
I would, yes.
You would?
Yeah.
Would you do it for reasons of money or reasons for?
No, not money. I
Community.
would do it because I wanted to actually help the community.
Okay,
And
because
but-
you know sometimes in helping we have to sacrifice.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yes.
I will also volunteer because I know it's for a good cause.
So you would volunteer to work in a nonprofit
Yes.
grocery stores?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, with her friendship matter, the money that goes into the grocery store, they're gonna take that and they're gonna build like homeless co-ops for the homeless people so they can have somewhere to stay instead of sleeping outside. And we also deal with a lot of homelessness in Wilkes-Barre, the city I'm from. We deal with it a lot. You see little kids on the street.
That I was homeless and I went to 2 shelters while I was out here. And a lot of them wouldn't accept me because I was pregnant and that they didn't want to. I know the second one that I was in, they had like really limited food for the pregnant women, and it was only for pregnant women. And I know that I had to leave there because they were just mistreating us as pregnant women.
Wow.
I was in there with my friend, but I'm not going to mention her name, but I was with it. I had her. We both were pregnant in the same situation, so I had somebody there with me, and that we was going through the same thing. Like, I actually had somebody going through the same thing with me.
Okay. What kind of homeless shelter would you like to see built out here?
One that is that accepts everybody, not just certain people, or not a racist one, or not one that only wants certain people in there, just for everybody that's homeless.
Shouldn't be guidelines.
I
So
feel like
homeless
the-
and pregnancy.
They don't really care
Yeah.
about like the well-being of people that much in
In
our
the older
community.
communities, you talk about, yes.
Yeah, like we have like extra space in our community, but they're using it to build a skate park. We don't need that.
Wow.
How about a shelter?
So pretty much her friendship matters is trying to take the Salvation Army to that next level. We want to go above and beyond. We want to bring awareness, to the fact that there are not a lot of things to do in a community. We want to bring awareness to women being better to themselves, being better to their friends, and actually, for once in a lifetime, letting her friendship matter. We want that to actually happen. Her friendship needs to matter all around the board. And so if we do that, we can just bring awareness that's needed, and then we'll get the support. But it has to start today. It has to start now.
Yes, Rashida. Kiki.
But like Kiki was saying with unity,
Yeah.
she was talking about unity earlier. Unity matters. Without it, we're nothing. Support
What are
us,
some of the things
represent.
you think we can do to promote?
You can promote on social media because that's big. So you can put more of a positivity on social media and promote.
Especially Facebook, because everyone has a Facebook account nowadays.
Yeah, sometimes. But sometimes it's unfortunately, even with the social media, when people see a good cause, they'll like it, but they won't donate.
Yeah, they
Yep.
don't.
They'll
It
just
depends.
they'll
I
ju-
feel like it depends on who you are too, also,
Yeah.
especially out here because they only help certain people.
But if we offer the same cause and we find everybody that's like us, we can help each other.
Yeah.
We have to just find others that's like us.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Like Rashida said, word of mouth.
Yeah, because if we can gossip, then guess what? We can spread the good news. Her friendship matters.
Yes. Our friendship matters, Kiki.
I'm gonna start by wearing Tiara's shirt a lot.
That's beautiful. No more dying in today's society. Struggling, yeah, with the hunger and the pain, yeah. Kill the insanity and bring back the sane. Everybody needs a shoulder to cry on. And everybody needs someone to love. War is not the answer when we can't find solutions. We just need to reach out. Her friendship matters to us.
Hello, my name is Anaya Faison, and I'm wearing Tiara's shirt, celebrating Tiara's life. I love her. She's amazing. Hi, my name is Kiana, and I'm celebrating Amina. She's powerful.
Hi, my name is Sierra, and I'm celebrating Anaya's shirt, and she's a wonderful woman.
Okay, my name is Rashida Muhammad, and I am representing all of the friendships that matter to me. You can't see them on here, and you really don't need to, but they're all here in my heart, they're in here in my spirit, and they're in my mind. So her friendship matters. And if you don't have a friend, in particular to represent, then you just get a shirt like this. Her Friendship Matters.
Hello, my name is Amina, and I'm celebrating Kiana's life. And she's a very inspirational young teenage mom, and I'm representing her today.
Her Friendship Matters. Yes, it does.
Please donate at Her Friendship Matters at www.herfriendshipmatters.org. Every dollar counts.